everyone, Falling Star here. So, as you saw in the thumbnail, this video is going to be a bit different from my usual videos. I'm not going to be talking about various things that's going to get added. I'm going to be covering a minor drama that happened a few days ago. I've debated myself a bit on if I should publish this video or not. Like, the drama is already over. They solved it pretty quickly. I'm not really sure if I should damage this game's reputation more than is necessary. In the end, I decided that I should make sure that this gets remembered. I don't want to hurt this game more than necessary, but I think we should remember what the devs did. So I am just going to start with a TLDR for those of you that do not watch the full video, which is like 90% of you. The TLDR is, Strinova collaborated on Discord with another company called Wikaiii, which as the name implies is a Gen AI company. They hosted a competition where only AI generated content by this particular AI can participate. People got mad and complained. To the devs and Nova's credits, they basically cancelled the event as soon as they realized people absolutely hated it. They have since apologized and handed out a code that we'll put on screen right now, which gives 288 Bablos. I have no clue when that expires. I'll put my opinion at the end, but safe to say, they acted relatively swiftly to end the event and to apologize. So there you go. They collaborated with some Gen AI company, people got mad, but they immediately took everything back and basically cancelled the event. Now for a more detailed explanation. In the early morning of December 22nd, the Discord opened a new channel called Strinova x Komiko. Here's a few rules of the event. In order to participate, you had to generate something that is either OC or something Christmas related. It also needed a 100-word backstory for both, and a name if you were going with an OC. You could get a few prizes if you won. Basically, it's just some Bablos or some points for their AI so you could generate more images. In order to participate, you had to put your things on both Twitter and the Komiko AI website. The submission has to be made with your AI and cannot be human-made artwork, and it has to be generated within the event. That's basically the rules. When I found out about the channel from some friends in another server, I broke out in some Quebec French. I was like, "Comment c'est ça?" And after I posted the first message, the complaints started piling in. Despite the 6-hour slow mode, people complained. A lot. I'll read you some of the complaints. You guys cannot be serious right now. Global players are doing pretty much everything they can do to keep the game alive outside Asia because the devs don't bother trying to popularize this game with last advertisement being back in February. And you guys do this surely being aware how everyone has negative opinions regarding AI. I've enjoyed this game since launch and I cannot be more disappointed with the current state of the game. Cringe. Yeah, AI is cool and useful IRL, but AI art is soulless, bro. I prefer human art like this, and shows the Lilith comic from a while back. I don't have anything new to add that isn't what people before me said, but I can't believe this is going to be my first message in the server. This is so embarrassing and disappointing when there's people who already show their love with real fan art. Doesn't even have to be contests or giveaways or whatever. There are people who will create different kinds of art because they love Strinova. This is a height of disrespect for artists/writers all around and speaks volumes about what they think of their own fanbase and creators. It's disappointing to see this for the kind of fan art I've put so much effort into the past few months just for fun and out of love for this game. How can you state in other art contests and in the game itself that you prohibit AI, then you turn around and do this? Just because you make this one AI exclusive doesn't make this any better, Lamau. A tiny note for Falling, AI programs isn't prohibited for the game, it's just highly discouraged because it might get flagged by the anti-cheat. AI generated fan art is still not allowed, so there's that. Nice to know that we can always rely on Strinova's global server if we feel like being disrespected and disappointed. Screw this garbage ass event and have a most unhappy holidays. As an artist, screw you from the bottom of my heart. I'll never participate in fan art contests again and I'll never allow any usage of my fan art by the devs from this point on. It's absolutely disgusting how much the devs will take us fan artists' goodwill like this and spit all over it. And then there's this random guy that hops in and says, "Close this AI event, we hate AI slop!" It also seems like that the Discord mod team weren't really briefed on this, and they also have a split opinion on this event as well. I'll come back to this later. But when I talked with Ray, one of the Discord mods, about this, he just said, it is extremely disappointing that they did this, and they don't care about global. From what I can see, there was a grand total of 1 serious submission. There was one guy that actually followed the rules and went through with it. The other submissions were just mostly shitposts or this one guy drew Madalena throwing a pencil at you. Here's my submission that was absolutely made with AI, just how they like it. This is my super string OC I generated just for this event. Her name is Madalena. Original OC character, please do not steal. She's the newest member of Urbino, a sweet and bubbly girl who loves drawing and anything to do with art. She even holds free art classes and encourages people to let their creativity shine. The reason I put her in Urbino is because this is a faction that has a lot of real artists and art appreciators. She fits right in at home with everyone. I imagine her kit has lots of artsy elements to it, so her skills can involve her controlling a field of paint bubbles that could restrict enemy movements. Wouldn't that be unique and cool? In this piece specifically, the navigator dropped their pencil and she is helping the navigator pick it back up. Isn't that so sweet of her? No, pick it up. Agent Wrath comes in and shares a totally OC character called Sophia, a PS controller that uses a Remington MSR. In all seriousness, there was a lot of characters that got scrapped for various reasons, or got changed a lot during early development. It's kind of a shame that we lost them. Bulb creates Circle. It's a circle that got isekai'd by a truck but survived but has never been a perfect circle ever since. And I create Sulian, an absolutely OC concept not stolen from anywhere else that I absolutely created a 100-word backstory for. There are absolutely no similarities with any other characters whatsoever. Late in the evening of the 23rd, the devs realized that it may not be a good idea to have this event on. First, they created a new feedback channel. This one only has a standard 1-minute slow mode that all feedback channels have. And then they started forwarding the feedback messages from the old channel to the new actual feedback channel, and started deleting the things that weren't actual submissions, which, yeah, it's clogging up the channel. They did delete Sulian, by the way, I'm so mad about that. And then 4 hours later, they just shut the event down, apologized, and gave us a 188 Boblos as compensation. I was talking with the Nova on the evening of the 23rd and mentioned to her that the Discord was on fire. She said she was dealing with the issue and she was not lying. The apology is a lot of corporate yap, so I'm not going to go through the entire thing, but basically, they're sorry for the frustration caused by the event and the fact that this conflicts with the values that the community holds. They are sorry for the disconnect they have with the community. The original intent was to provide a way for people with a lack of skills to express their ideas, and here's a 188 Babla code. Sorry. I don't believe the mod team was actually briefed on this event beforehand. Some of the mods were confused, some, like Ray, openly opposed this event. There was a failed damage control effort before the devs got involved where a moderator posted this message. I can basically say that everything in this message was wrong. I don't believe this was out of malicious intent. I believe this was just a mod acting hastily to try to prevent disaster, but clearly not reading the rules of the event. The art will not be used for training. The Komiko AI Terms of Service 6.4 specifically states that we grant them a worldwide, royalty-free, and non-exclusive license to use, reproduce, modify, display, and publish such content for the purpose of providing services and improving services, if we submit on Komiko. I know this because I was the guy that found the clause. No need to submit to Komiko. Again, rules state that we have to submit to both Twitter and Komiko. This is not an AI-only event. It is an AI-only event. Look at the rules. We can use original artworks. Again, rules. Content generated by Komiko during the event only. Again, I do not believe this was a malicious attempt at a cover-up or whatever. This was just a mod acting hastily and not reading the rules properly. Please do not go harassing this person, even if you know who wrote the message. I bring this up just because I want to prove that the team was not aware of the event at all. Now, some of my own opinion on this event. First of all, I think the MS Paint artworks made by me and Bulb are better than this event. Just my personal opinion, but I think most of you will agree with me. Okay, in all seriousness, I personally don't have a grudge against AI art. I personally don't like them since they feel weird and just off to me, and they seem to be flooding my short feed, but I just scroll away if I see some, or just remove it if someone's trying to pass it off as actual art on the subreddit. I don't have any personal hatred for AI art like some others. I do kind of hate AI companies now, because RAM prices and all, and my dreams of getting a DDR5 system is now wrecked, but it wasn't like I was getting one before this. But come on, iDreamSky, did you really have to do this event? Really? Did you think this through? You're like, we're gonna promote AI because not like the community and the backlash is big enough to go on the front page of drama subreddits or get talked about by Charlie. Did the guys doing the deal really thought about this through? I know AI isn't really as controversial in China, but come on, we are not in China. I wonder how this event got greenlit. It's also supposedly a Discord-only event, and apparently an event that only exists for the English side, as someone supposedly talked to some JP people and they don't have any idea about this event. Now about the apology, I think it was done pretty well. He apologized really quickly and gave out a code. However, I also think that this was probably one of the most Strinova apologies ever, because every time there's a drama in China, they just either wait it out or give out some code to try to appease us. I guess what's really important isn't the apology, but rather what they do after the apology. To wrap everything up, the devs did some controversial BS. They took it down as soon as they realized it was an issue. Will this be the last that we see of AI in Strinova? Absolutely not. What, you thought I was gonna say I hope they don't involve AI anymore? No, not at all. They are already collaborating with ByteDance's AI, Dobao AI, to create AI dorms. Apparently right now it's just glorified C AI, as in it's basically just normal dorm, but there's a text box where you can chat with Michelle. It's still very much in an early testing phase, but I know for a fact that this won't be the last time we see of AI in Strinova. This will hopefully be the last time we see something this controversial where they are trying to promote an AI that create artworks. Something like CAI is, I believe, is still less controversial than whatever this event is, so hopefully it's the last time we see something like this. Also, there is an OC thread on the Discord if you want to create an OC without AI. Closing out, I would like to thank everyone for watching until the end. Thank you. I would also like to thank my channel members, Wikaiii, Rene EW, 96Yuku, and Tsuny VSTD. Thank you very much for supporting this channel. If you really like my content and would like to support me, consider becoming a member. If you check my community page as a member, you will also see video progress updates, and I will still shout you out. If you like this video, consider dropping a like and subscribing. If you're already subscribed, well, thank you. It helps out the channel, thank you very much. And I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully in a test server video and not some random drama.